And now we're into the top 40. So we noticed some defensemen in this list. How about we start our next chapter of this countdown with a defenseman, Rasmus Dahlin. Ranked 28th on our list last year, so quite a bit of a drop-off for him this year, down to number 40 with the Sabres, and he was unranked the year before that. I'm a little surprised that he dropped quite so much because he's still proven to be an elite defenseman right now in this league.
Oh, without question. And I tell you, just in terms of, amplifying, illustrating that, elite caliber player that he is, Jamie, nothing says more about your value to your club, really, even within the context of the broader league, than time on ice, the way he's deployed. And comes in at 25 and a half minutes on average across his entire campaign. Last year, that ranked second among NHL defenders. You think of where that young man has come. Early in his career, the first couple of years, again, having a hard time kind of processing the game. The defensive side seemed to elude him. In a rather short span of time, Jamie, this guy has turned into a top minute muncher. And it's not just because, and the upside, the signature attribute, the offensive side, that really is the strongest part of Dahlin's game. But you don't get deployed with those kind of minutes unless you're really capable in your own end. He's all that.
Yeah, and you mentioned the offensive upside of his game as well. In fact, he was just the second Sabres defenseman ever to score 20 goals in a single season. Some guy named Phil Housley.
I heard of him.
You've heard of him. He also did it way back in 1989-90, well before Rasmus Dahlin was even born. So that part is impressive. Another thing, too, one of 6 defensemen to record 50-plus points in each of the last 3 years. And the guys that have done that with him are always in the Norris conversation. So I start to wonder if he keeps producing like this, he could be in the Norris conversation eventually.
Oh, I think without question. Again, deployed for those kind of minutes, and we've seen a steady progression just in terms of even the offensive part of Dahlin's game. Again, this is a guy who is just beginning to master life at this level, and the pace that the game comes at a defender at this level. I think there's even better hockey ahead, as brilliant as it's been to this point.
The biggest question, and one guy, Rasmus Dahlin, can't do it alone, but the biggest question is, what is it going to take for the Sabres to get back into the playoffs? Because they've had this lengthy drought, 13-year playoff drought. What do they need to do this year?
Well, we've seen these clubs and the Preds are a great example of that last year. Not a lot of us saw this club qualifying for the postseason based on their roster. The Buffalo Sabres were kind of the inverse of that. A lot of us believe Buffalo had the makings of, the designs to be a playoff participant last year. Fell well short of that. I like this roster on paper. I think this roster is capable of more. It took Tuch, it took Thompson a while to kind of settle in and really start to produce last year. I think a strong start for this group and some consistency throughout, in addition to what we're seeing on the blue line, the likes of this young man manning that blue line for Buffalo. I think there's a playoff position for these Sabres in the coming season.
I mean, they've proven that they can bury the puck. They have been pretty high the last several seasons in terms of goals per game, but it's keeping the puck out of their own net that's been troublesome.
Right.
We'll see if Dahlin and company can solidify that decor and help their goalies out a bit more.